Tonight, President Tinubu swears in new chairman and commissioners for NAS. Need for public awareness in preventing sexual harassment underscored. Good evening, welcome to Nta Ijebu Ode News at 7. My name is Oriofe Ogushola. Here are the news in details. A new chairman and commissioners have been sworn in for the National Assembly Commission. The ceremony was before commencement of the meeting of the Federal Executive Councils. They took oath of office before President Bola Tinubu, as also witnessed by President of the Senate, Godwin Akpabio. The chairman, Silvio Uyekwere, and 11 commissioners represent the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
As much as possible to key into the renewed agenda of Mr. President of making sure that we set a very good standard in terms of public service acts in the National Assembly.
They were inaugurated into a renewable term of years. State House correspondent Musbaudan Wahab reports that the president also inaugurated 2 new permanent secretaries designate. While Mukbal Mohammed represents the Northwest, Rafiu Adelaja is representing Oyo State in the body of permanent secretaries. 150 youth and women artisans in Ogun West Senatorial District of Ogun State have been successfully trained by the Nigerian Institute of Leather and Science Technology, NILEST, on footwear and leather goods manufacturing. Lekon Agmodo reports that the participants graduated from the institute after 2 weeks of intensive training and received startup grants and modern equipment to excel in the trade from the facilitator of the program, Senator Solomon Adeola.
The Ashabi Agulere Hall in the heart of the ancient town of Ilaro in Ogun State has been a melting pot for reshaping destinies and opening the frontiers of socio-economic paths for these young men and women who have not only been taken through intensive tutelage in leather manufacturing, but also have the opportunity to enlarge their horizons on the value chain in the sector. The Director General, Nigeria Institute of Leather and Science Technology, Dr. Awad Imam, told the participants at the graduation ceremony not to take Senator Adeola's gesture for granted, but take steps towards utmost exploration of the opportunity.
He invited us and we employed the services of professional companies, and here we are at the graduation. You can see youth are happy that they have received this training. You can see what they have produced from leather products. These are the kind of cooperation we always seek with the members of the National Assembly and senators so they can train their constituents on skills acquisition.
This young man, Oluwatsi Milenyi, is one of the people living with disability that participated in the training. He lauded the training techniques of the institute.
Training was with a very good detailing to understand from the prerequisite knowledge and to the higher knowledge of leather works and the manufacturing of the leather associated works. This is an initiative that will empower the youth and create jobs and improve the economic situation of the country.
During the 2 weeks engagement, the participants produced various high-quality leather products, and the sponsor, Senator Olamide Adeola, was impressed with what they showcased at the Mega Empowerment Program in Ilaro and approved training for another set of 1,000 people.
We are going to create a market for them. We call it leather market, where whatever they do and they will be doing, a lot of people will know them. That is how our bar market started. So I'm going to now create a market, buy a land, build it, and call it leather market. So anybody who has been trained in that area will only be operating in that market. And I'm also going to assist in the area of getting the right quality of leather to use to produce their goods.
Stakeholders believe such initiative will help in creating more employment opportunities and take people out of poverty in line with the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu.
They should go back home and establish. The moment they establish, they've sent away the poverty from their home and from their family.
The institute reaffirms its commitment to change the current narrative influenced by the lack of skilled manpower in the leather production sector by training more people. Lekon Agmodo, NTA News.
The pervasive cases of sexual harassment, which affect individuals irrespective of age or status, has become worrisome. Speakers emphasized that the effects often lead to trauma or intimidation of victims. Fatima Azan was at Ewusi Palace Hall in Shagamu, where a symposium was held by the National Association of Remo Students on this vital issue, and reports.
Events from awareness to action, preventing sexual violence together, highlighted the importance of collective effort to create a safer community. DSP Olumeko Stella emphasized the need for public awareness in preventing sexual violence, reducing stigma, and promoting a culture of consent.
We ladies, we should be calm, say no to domestic violence, then we should not have unprotected sex, and in a nutshell, say no to domestic violence.
Other speakers also stressed the need to foster a culture of respect, open communication, and accountability. They suggested educating individuals on healthy boundaries and supporting survivors, as well holding perpetrators accountable will go a long way in preventing sexual harassment.
Able to conclude today and tell young people out there to speak up. Victims should not be shut down. Don't think that a victim story is a wrong story. No wrong story. A victim should always get the opportunity to talk out. And also, we are trying to bring up more advocates of young persons that will go out to the grassroots, because most of the issues that we're having in the society has to do with family grassroots.
My message to parents generally is that we need to catch them young. What do I mean? Like either as a female child or a male child, we must try much as possible to make sure that we put in them the good norms that can keep them away from sexual violence. Because if you don't do that while they are small, definitely it will affect them when they grow up.
Some of the challenges I face while organizing the program is that majority of people in this community, they feel like the program is mainly for girls. It's only girls that should attend this program, not boys. So anytime I reach out to them, I'm organizing a program, please come with your children. They'll be like, oh, it's for girls. It's not only girls that are supposed to be here. So I think that's the major challenge I faced.
Attendees also shared their thoughts on how to curb sexual harassment in the society.
Has been able to provide us the platform and the information needed in order to be able to make reports and also prevent ourselves from being a victim.
Everyone has a role to play as regards sexual awareness, in that you must be intentional about every step you take, even tailoring it down to your words that you speak. Even in your school and everywhere you find yourself, you are conscious of everything you do. And if you're wanting to see change, then the change must begin with you.
The consensus was, by working together, we can create a safer and more supportive environment. From Shagamu, Fatima Hassan, NT News.
The immense wealth creation potential within the livestock industry will not only mitigate survival migration in search of feeds, forage and water for livestock, but also farmers-herders clash. Minister of Livestock Development, Eid Mukhtar, alongside another guest, made the comments while on Good Morning Nigeria. He highlighted government's resolve on modernizing production, improving value addition, and integrating small-scale producers as key to bridging the supply gap in line with the National Livestock Growth Acceleration Strategy. Lydian Samson reports.
Guests on Good Morning Nigeria are categorical that with deliberate reforms and private sector participation, Nigeria can turn its livestock sector into a sustainable engine for national prosperity. This is because issues such as feed and water shortages reduce survival migration. They also explain that the resuscitation of grazing reserves lands across the country, which currently lay fallow, will stop livestock from encroaching into farmlands. The reforms, which the minister says intend to harness the entire livestock ecosystem, are designed to create thousands of jobs, ensure food security, and position Nigeria as a major player in the global animal protein market.
I went to Plateau. Today, the government there is building 500 bulls capacity modern abattoir in Jos. They are building also 500 peak capacity processing in Jos. Where are those going to come? On a daily basis. And that means that you need 182,500 bulls or pigs every day. That will get everybody employed. And by the time you process, you are talking about cold chain storage, cold chain transportation, and packaging. This is what we are looking at. So it's not longer about emotions. It's about the reality that, look, multidimensional prosperity has now come.
We have developed the irrigation system within these reserves. I believe close by, the maize farmers, the soybean farmers will prefer to be there because they will also leverage the irrigation infrastructure that have been developed.
Key pillars of the strategy, according to the guests, include modernizing livestock practices, improving animal health, expanding value chains, and addressing challenges like feed quality, grazing, and farmer-herder conflicts. The ministry is also prioritizing food security and export competitiveness, positioning Nigeria alongside global leaders in animal protein production. It is also prioritizing stakeholders' engagement, technology integration, and investment in infrastructure as central to the plan, with government emphasizing a transparent, inclusive approach to unlock the sector's full potential and drive sustainable growth. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
We're now going on a short break. Stay tuned.
What a wonderful world of Sure Clean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with Sure Clean. Sure Clean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean white and all colors, Sure Clean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of Sure Clean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. Sure Clean detergent makes your family clean and happy. Sure Clean detergent. Happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If you UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene, and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now, admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply, or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.
Welcome back from the break. The news continue. Dignitaries from far and wide gathered at Nta Ijebu Ode to celebrate His Royal Highness Oba Joshua Adenola Oshonsami, the Alade King of Okeako, on his 90th birthday. The occasion, which was more than just a birthday bash, witnessed a heartfelt tribute to the enduring legacy, tireless dedication, and selfless service of Oba Oshonsami to his people. Correspondent has the details.
The celebration, which was more than just a birthday bash, gave opportunity for a heartfelt tribute to the enduring legacy, tireless dedication, and selfless service of His Royal Highness Oba Joshua Adenola Oshonsami, the Alade King of Okeako. The ceremony started with a Thanksgiving service at St. James Anglican Church, Okeako, Nta Ijebu Ode, and was attended by prominent individuals and royal father from far and near. In his message, Bishop Obijole Olubayo, a professor from the University of Ibadan, commended the celebrant for his remarkable achievements, highlighting his love for God and humanity. He encouraged Oba Oshonsami not to relent in his good deeds and love for God.
The sermon is about gratitude to God for 90 years. A life well lived to the honor of God and humanity. He has done 33 years as Kabiyesi. That was creditable service. So we congratulate him and wish him many more years.
The church service was followed by a grand reception where Senator Anthony Adefuye, a former senator representing Lagos East Senatorial District and chairman of the occasion, addressed the gathering. Gifts were later presented to the celebrant as he also cut the birthday cake. While speaking on the grand milestone he was able to achieve in life, Oba Oshosami expressed gratitude to God and everyone around him.
I have no words to describe what has happened today. I don't know what to say. I'm amazed. I'm excited that I didn't know that I'm so loved by people. You can see that it cuts across. Both high and low are here. And that is what I want to say. I've seen the top people and I've seen the very lowly. They are all rejoicing with me.
The event was concluded with the celebrant dancing with family and well-wishers. In Ijebu Ode,
the remains of the late national leader of the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Group, Afenifere, Pastor Samuel Ayo Adebanjo, has been committed to Mother Earth at his country home, Ishanyogbo, Odo-Ogbolu local government in Ogun State. Yemi Dalemo reports that the Archbishop of Ecclesiastical Province of Lagos, Right Reverend Olushina Fakwe, urged Nigerians to emulate the virtues of nationalism, integrity, and justice for national development.
Eminent personalities from across the country, including former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo, former and serving governors, members of the Pan-Yoruba Socio-Cultural Organization Afenifere, and others converged on St. Philip's Anglican Church in Ishanyogbo to bid farewell to the late national leader of Afenifere, Pastor Samuel Ayo Adebanjo. A sermon entitled Glory of a Foremost Man, Archbishop Ecclesiastical Province of Lagos, Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, Right Reverend Michael Olushina Fakwe, described the disease as a blessing to his generation who lived a purposeful life of service to humanity, and urged the gathering to emulate his good virtues for national development.
Chief Adebanjo was audacious in life. Yes, very, very. In the words of Solomon, in Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 1, Chief Adebanjo was as bold as a lion. Chief Adebanjo was an embodiment of the truth, honesty, and integrity.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun described the deceased as the titan of integrity and justice whose legacies will linger on in the history of the nation's development.
The life of Chief Adebanjo remains a timeless blueprint, one defined by courage, conviction, and unbending integrity. His ideals live on in the hearts of millions, and his contribution shall continue to be made the path for those striving to build a just, united, and truly federal Nigeria.
He ran a good race, and we're very proud of the legacy of a good name, a name of principle, a name that valued fairness, justice.
His years actually had a lot of impact. So for me, it's living a life of impact.
We love the freedom fighter, the defenders of democracy, the father of all the freedom fighters.
His body was later interred at a private cemetery. Late Chief Ayo Adebanjo, who died at the age of 96, was a staunch follower of Chief Obafemi Awolowo's ideology. He will be remembered for his consistent call for true federalism and democratic socialism for an egalitarian society. Yemi Dalemo, NTA News.
This will be all we have for you at NTA News, Ijebu Ode at 7. My name is Rafael Gunshala. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Oh, what a wonderful world of SureClean detergent. Oh yes, you can have a clean and bright wash with SureClean. SureClean detergent is tough on stains, gentle on your hands, and leaves clothes smelling fresh. Oh see, for clean white and all colors, SureClean detergent makes you shine. As you spread it all, you can see the shine of SureClean brightness. Now, wear your smile with pride and nothing to hide. SureClean detergent makes your family clean and happy. SureClean detergent, happiness with every wash.
Are you desiring a future career in nursing science, law, medical laboratory science, public health, accounting, economics, agricultural extension and rural development, criminology and security studies, and other NUC-approved and accredited professional academic programs? If your UTME score 140 and above, then this information is for you. Admission for all these courses is currently ongoing at the Atiba University, Oyo, Nigeria's fastest growing and cost-effective private university. The university is located in the peaceful, serene and secure environment of Oyo Township in Oyo State, Nigeria. Hurry now, admission is in progress. Visit www.atibauniversity.edu.ng to apply or call any of these numbers: 081-034-94152, 080-385-79822. What are you waiting for? The future is now.